Hello everyone, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Common Sense Challenge, where only the most basic of weaponry will be leaving the safe house with us today. We pursue the driver. We have an alerted Paris, plus New York and Chongqing, and if I remember rightly, some idiot decided that arms trafficking would be a fun thing to have. So that's what we face. Where would we want to go for our showdown? Is it New York? Maybe. What do we want to do for our next challenge? Is the next question. We've got collateral explosion, and we do have an explosive kill on Chongqing, so that would make sense. Do we have a common explosive, preferably procs, that we can bring along? We've got a remote explosive, that would work. There we go. Proximity explosive Mark III is common, and thus it can come with us. So we will select collateral explosion, and we will select Chongqing. We also need assault rifle and shotgun. I'm thinking there's assault rifles available in the facility. I don't know if there's shotguns available, so shotguns are what we will bring along. We're also going to bring our one common silence pistol, because we're allowed that. But as for shotguns, it's got to be noisy. So we'll bring the ICA Tactical. Is there anything else specifically that we might require? We could bring a screwdriver just in case we need to bust into any vents without the relevant keycard, but it's not difficult to get the keycards. So maybe that's not necessary. Do we bring a second explosive just to be on the safe side? Bring our general remote one, perhaps? Because none of the ducks, aside from Proc's explosive duck, are common. So the only remote explosives we could bring would be things like Semtex, or the one that we throw at people's heads. Let's bring that. Let's bring a wrench for bonking people. And I think we're good to go. Was there a safe? No safe. So both of our explosives can be used on people, as the Lord intended. Okay, it's raining. People are searching. That suggests facility meltdown.
You got money? I've got merchandise.
You haven't got merchandise. Look at that. No merchandise. Stop lying to me.
You need more? Just come back.
So Grayson is upstairs somewhere. On the rooftop, no less. Luli is near the restaurant. And then the Blue Lotus. That's a curious name for a target. They are stood down there. So is this like facility meltdown with a side of the Red Lotus Triad? Yeah, the fact there's people running around there suggests that at least part of that's the case. Someone up there is approaching, but they're not here yet. So if I throw this Prox explosive at this guy's head, and then leave the area, that should be two of our goals sorted. I feel like Umbrella Person is going to notice that. And they're going to go and see if they need help. There we go, bodies found. Which means soon there will be more bodies. Excellent. So what's the plan? Getting a guard outfit would be nice. And we can get one from the rooftop for sure. We could always hold off on our loud gun target things until we're down in the facility, because there's a lot of guards down there that are pissed off, so they're going to shoot on sight. So maybe we go up onto the rooftop and do our thing with a silenced pistol. I think though I will also just drop the old briefcase down there, because we don't need that if we're using a silenced pistol. Okay, we are trespassing. Oh wait, they're facility guards up here, are they? I thought they would be street guards, but apparently not.
Seriously, Doug, standing out here in the rain. I'm gonna fill your ass!
Yeah, you are. Now, someone's investigating a distraction. But that gives us time to grab an outfit. So we're allowed up here with this outfit. Now you've got an assault rifle. What's the play? Is it just go down into the facility and murk everyone that we see? It might be, you know. Especially now that we've got the right outfit for it. Oh wait, our target's in the restaurant. Was I making up a target being down in the facility? Maybe. Let's go down first. We're allowed, right? Yeah. And we're not actually in a hostile area. This, I'm sure in the early versions of Freelancer Variations, this area was just full hostile.
Area clear. Proceeding to next.
Whereas now, it's not so much. It's obviously very spicy down here still. But it's not full hostile if you're in this outfit, so life is good. That said, it might be wise to get into the vents and shoot people through vent holes.
Anybody copy?
It's just generally a sound strategy against this many heavily armed men. Thankfully some of the doors were already open.
Nothing here, Command. Moving on.
No, that one's not there. Is there a dongle on there? We're in the vents. They're coming out of the goddamn walls.
Area clear. Proceeding to next sector.
Is area really clear though? Can you say that
Access
with certainty?
granted.
Or is it time for you all to die?
Office is clear. Moving on. Over. Come in, Command.
That guy is definitely approaching now. He's pissed off.
Don't let him get away! Man,
There we go. Now, can we shotgun people successfully from in here? Maybe if that guy turned around we could. Ah, this guy's noticed us. At least he's noticed our actions. That guy though
Understood.
wasn't the most attentive, but you got the message in the end. So things are going well. Bit of restaurant mischief. We are good to go. Is this trespassing though? This little bit here. Let's see. Okay, we are trespassing. Very well. We'll just leave the area. We'll come up here. And we'll come out here. Good. Now let's go see who our last target is. I suspect we will be trespassing in the restaurant because, yeah, facility guards aren't usually allowed in restaurants. But maybe we're allowed in the customer part, and maybe our target can be reached from the customer part. So maybe we're alright, you know. Ah, they're in the kitchen. Okay. Is it chef that would get lured in by a sink? Or is it no one? Seems like it's no one.
Evening.
No, we're not allowed in here, right? No, no, wait, never mind. Panic over. We're allowed in here. So maybe we just toss a knife. Someone heard that. Wait, is it the guy out here? Why is it not these two? They're like right there. I'm just trying to do thing. Oh no, he's hit the sink. Yeah, these two just don't seem to want to hear anything, really. Very well.
It would be nice to get some help.
Off we go then. Tried to do things at least a little bit subtly, but that wasn't really an option, so... What can you do, eh? Sometimes you just have to throw a knife at someone's head and run away, as my old mum used to say. Solid start to the day though. You can't go wrong with a perfect run with loud guns on arms trafficking. Well, you can quite easily, but we didn't. We'll just reclaim our prox explosive. And what have we now? A couple of epic kills that we can't do. Timed silent takedown is the only possible option. Unfortunate. New York has 3 targets, Paris has 3 targets and is alerted. Shotgun, assault rifle. What are we more likely to come across on Paris by way of guns? What do the guards upstairs have? I feel like they've got SMGs. And so we might have to bring 2 large guns. Maybe. An unsilenced pistol kill. Sadly that means a regular shitty pistol because El Matador and Striker are not common. We can easily pick up a silenced pistol in the level, but do we want to do that? Because we're on the clock. So maybe we want to bring our own. Bring our favourite shotgun as well, and you can bring the fuse. Doesn't leave us any room for a bonking tool though. That's the trouble with bringing all of this stuff. I think we will leave the classic bowler at home. We've got 2 large guns. We want a bonking tool just to make those silent takedowns a bit speedier. And I think that's all we really need. So let's try and time trial alerted Paris. Okay, that's promising. We've started somewhere where we don't have to wander around with 2 large guns, so we can drop that one. We don't even need either of them until we've defeated our targets. Tim is on the terrace. Waltier is on the floor, and then Jay is out front. So we could get to Waltier, then potentially we could just shoot Jay from a window up there. Can we hit this guy from here? Well, he hit someone. Cool. It's 1 target down. And now we're trespassing. But that's cool, maybe? Is anyone going to come over? It doesn't look as though anyone's searching, so maybe no one's coming over to see what's going on. So let's see if we can't get a silent takedown on the go. Friend will see our gun. Down he goes to scoop it up.
Now what could that
Cool. So let's reset the timer. And we got back our gun, and we got the unsilenced pistol that we need for one of the other kills. So what's the best way to the 2nd floor? Because let's see. Yeah, we're not going up all the way to the tippity top. If we do go up to the tippity top, we might have to sneak back down past some enforcers. We don't want to have to do that. Unless we go to the back end of the attic and then come down. Yeah, that could work. So let's come on out. And then what I'm thinking is, yeah, we make our way over there, we drop down, we knock out a guard. Okay, there's all sorts of people hanging around here. That's fine, maybe. Yeah, this is going to work out fine. Down we go. Whip out the old handyman wrench. That's another silent takedown. Jay is now over there somewhere, but that's maybe okay. Ah, Jay's a cameraman. Okay. Now target is... I should have bought a crowbar, shouldn't I? Pisk. So these doors might be locked. Oh no. Good. There's our man. He's going to come and go from that room. Yep. I've put it away. So we need to watch out for that guard. Potentially we lure one in here. Oh no, we got that guy. That's fine. I just want to reset the clock. Oh, there's Jay. Maybe we don't need to reset the timer after all. Oh no, that guy's going that way now. Okay. Right, down you go. Reset the clock, please. Good. Chuck you in a cupboard, just on the off chance we need your outfit down the line. And there goes our man back into that room. Crunch. Okay, I think we're going to do it. So potentially we shoot this guy, and then we get him in the cupboard, and we get ourselves in the cupboard. Before anyone notices. Because those guards are going to come rushing in right now. Sweet. They're just going to be like, huh, a gunshot, but no signs of trouble. Let's stop panicking. Yeah, pretty swiftly back to normal. Which is excellent. I don't think we'll bother with the safe. It's not far away, but we just don't need it. There's nothing left for us to purchase at this stage. Casino is doing its thing. Lovely. I like the way this map is now a combined holiday hoarders and the banker type deal. So if we go back and get our guns, then we come down here and shoot this guy. That will lure down a few more guards, but in a controlled sort of fashion, because we'll have a choke point. And that will allow us to kill most, if not all, of the 6 guards that we need. Let's get this party started.
We've got reports of gunshots fired.
Okay, we've got what? 2 lads who are actively searching, I think. Yeah, show yourself.
Okay, you heard that too? Let's move out. Understood.
2 more coming down.
Shit! Can I get some help over here?
You need some help, my friend.
It's me. I got possible.
Oh, you've got certain, my friend. It's not probable or possible at this point. We've got definite shooters making loud banging noises.
I can't see him.
No, you can't. Must be some sort of Houdini.
We've got reports of. We got somebody firing a gun. Who's there? Lost sight. Move to a better position.
Yeah, this is going to work, I think. Ooh, that one saw me. Well, we got lots of the buggers. Hooah! Might go back to shotgun. As if that didn't kill you. Get dead. pissed. There's one there. Fuck! I shouldn't have moved out my little corner.
How unfortunate.
Shut up, Diana. Fuck, I knew that was going to happen as soon as I moved out my corner. As soon as like 7 of them swarmed me at once. I'm such an idiot. That's entirely my fault for picking arms trafficking, knowing full well that I could only use common items. Is it time to change suits? I've been using this Lust suit for a while. I've been thinking it might be time to change suits. I was going to go through until I did another suit only challenge and then change at that point. But I'm wondering now if I would just like to change right away. The pink winter suit from the Blossom Fest pack. That's very bright. Where's that nice banana suit that I unlocked at some point? I was thinking that might be a good one. And yet I'm not seeing it anywhere. That banker suit's pretty cool. And given as we just lost on the banker's level. Yeah. We're going to be a banker for a bit. And what have we recovered here? Oh, of course, we've lost all of our freelance tools, haven't we? Well, that's a bit of a bugger. It's been a while since I failed a campaign. So where do we begin for attempt number 2? Psyops is kind of item dependent because of its need for concussives and whatnot. Espionage might be good. We could just hope that we don't get poison target dark gun. What have we got? Santa Fortuna, Mendoza, Dubai. Dubai sounds like a showdown. I think this does confirm that my mod that stops single target levels from showing up isn't actually working, so hopefully that will get sorted at some point. Collateral accident. How am I going to do that without any real gear? Oh, we've lost our only silenced pistol, haven't we? The only one that we're allowed to use. But we don't know where our target is, so that kind of makes collateral accident tricky. But if we can lure them into a bathroom or similar. We have just picked up a remote taser. And plus we've got no choice but to do collateral accident, so let's grab that. What else we got? Melee weapon kill kind of rules out collateral accident. Mendoza though, everything looks promising. Dubai, eliminate guards, SMG. Don't pacify. Don't pacify kind of gets in the way of a toilet-based collateral. So hide target bodies, don't get spotted, don't blow your disguise. We'll go up and we will grab an emetic mushroom. And we'll probably turn it into a syringe as well, whilst we're about. Because I want an emetic, I don't want a lethal version. Although we've then got to get a second person into the bathroom as well, so it's not guaranteed to work, basically. But there we go. Shall we bring a pistol just in case? It might be the case. I mean, we don't want to fire an unsilenced pistol if we're then trying to hide our body. But it could work if we're behind a couple of doors or similar. So we'll bring a pistol and we'll see how we go. So here we are. We need an invitation. Because of course we do. And we are looking for Sal in the cinema.
From the firm. I came as quickly as I could. Yes, sir.
So how do we go about this? There's our invitation, but before we go, we could use something to chuck about. So
From the firm. I came as quickly as I could.
Hot.
Yes, sir, I have the
lol.
Sorry.
Jeez, can you believe these people?
We needed Neil's Dr. Pop. Vitally important part of the plan.
Looking good.
I'm not sure what the plan is yet, but that was definitely part of it. So there's Sal in the cinema. We need to get down there. Is there a bodyguard in here on this version of the map? Looks like there is. So that's an outfit. And a key card. Good. Oh, wait, there's rat poison, isn't there? That could come in handy. If our target drinks, or somebody near our target drinks, in either case, that could be a possibility to lure 2 people to the same toilet. Let's have a look. So, that guy drinks.
I grew up here.
So that's promising.
These plains were my playground. I'm returning here to
Nobody else is really watching us,
the
are they?
mantle of my ancestors feels just
Cool.
incredibly profound.
Our goal
Where would he go? Or where else around here could I make a puddle?
to our careful with loving care by local experts. We have only one purpose.
Is he going to go all the way upstairs to the bathroom? Because if he does, that's great. What are our other options? Is there propane around here? Although, wait a minute, we can get propane, no trouble, can't we? So we could just knock them both out. Yeah. Where are you going? The wrong way.
I was an attorney. For 4 decades I served the law.
Yeah, nobody else is around,
I
so
serve something
this is
far
fine.
grander.
Possibly we make it even more fine by putting them in
Were
this
my
room.
playground. I'm returning here to pick up the mantle of my
But then,
ancestors feels just
No, we will
incredibly profound.
Our goal
park them over here, next to the box we're going to put them in. I was thinking if we put them behind 2 doors, then nobody will hear an explosion.
care by local experts. We have
But that room is a little small to fit 2 people in and then blow up a propane. So instead we'll just leave them both there. And we'll go and grab ourselves a propane. We've got supplier friend over here as well, that's promising. The shrine should have propane for us. Just got to do a bit of trespassing to get there. That guy's just start going back upstairs, so that's good. I think we can snip in here without getting spotted. Good. And with propane in hand, we can sneak back. I suppose we can check if our supplier has our silenced pistol.
Hey, you need anything? I got some cool stuff.
Really?
Yes, outstanding. We can afford everything, so that's good. We'll come back and buy the big guns momentarily. Now, hopefully our man doesn't fly in the wrong direction.
I grew up here. These little
Bonk.
plains were my playground.
Is that close enough to kill both of them? You would think so, wouldn't you?
Of my ancestors feels just profound.
Yeah. Now you were our man. So get in the box. Good. The other one can be left there.
picked with loving care by local
They've just had an
experts.
unfortunate accident. That's both our guns in tow. Just a quick stroll back to the main entrance, I think. Yeah, body found. That's fine.
Ugh, the grunts are here.
Yeah, and they're heavily armed, Pam. So you better watch your step, or there'll be trouble. There we go. Perfect run. We got back everything except for our freelancer tools, but we got cash. We'll get them soon enough. And we're on the road to recovery. It's not the end of the world. Losing in freelancer. You just need to play some more and get your stuff back. Collateral accident again? What are you doing to me, game? That doesn't tie in well with the melee kill on Santa Fortuna. And Santa Fortuna's also got poison target dart gun, which is the one thing we didn't want to happen. Dubai wants us to eliminate guards with an SMG and not pacify anyone. I guess we could again find a propane. It also wants doors to stay locked. Well, that's okay. So we will bring a common submachine gun, which we can slip in our pocket. We will bring a silenced pistol. And we'll go for another collateral accident. So we can't pacify, so we can't knock 2 people out and then throw a taser on them. We can't knock them out and throw a propane on them. We are just going to have to wait for 2 people to stand side by side. Potentially, there is the possibility of a puddle and 2 people stand on it and we drop a taser on them. But I consider that unlikely, so I'm not going to prepare for that possibility, I don't think. We're just going to bring gun and gun. And do we also bring a stabbing device? We could do. It might not be required, but if we lose it, it's not going to exactly cost $1 million to get it back. Okay, so we are up top. And we're in a good place to get in there. Frederick Munter is our target. That ugly bugger is down in a general sort of area. So getting our outfit is probably a good start. Yeah, so it might be the standard sort of version of the map. Because they're talking about the alarms and whatnot. So yeah, we got that guard there. Much as I don't like killing civilians, we might have no choice. But that guy's going to come in, isn't he?
Okay.
You didn't hear shit. Okay, maybe you did.
Whoa there. Do you need a doctor? Are you hurt?
He might be hurt, you know.
Hey, are you sleeping?
He could be sleeping.
Oh, please don't be dead. Oh, shit. Oh, God, help. Please, help me.
Yeah, you go for a look. I will
Aren't you supposed to be doing your job?
just grab his stuff. Walks into a camera, but that's okay. Now, where's Supplier Friend? So, let's have a peek about. Supplier is there, good. Coin, screwdriver, poison.
I'll see you.
Sweet.
You know where I am.
Now, where do we get propane on this level? Do we get any out here? We got the oil drum out there, but we're too far away from our target to be dragging people around, and we can't pacify, so that's not an option. Whilst I'm here, let's grab the helicopter key, because a good place to eliminate guards with an SMG might be upstairs. Do I do that now, actually, before I head downstairs? Maybe. Although, if I did this last, then I could exit the level as well. But hey-ho, we're here now. Jeez, that guy took some killing. He's gone to get help. So we could get a third guard up there. But heck it, let's go find some propane. And stay out of trouble. For 2 minutes, if we can. Is that one? I was thinking about let's go down to the kitchen or similar. But there is one there, but I can't quite... Oh yeah, maybe I can. There we go. And we're close to our target. Where's he going? Is he going to go sit on that bench? He is, you know. I'm just going to put this there. Pay no attention, friends. Nobody noticed anything untoward, I'm sure. Cool. So all that remains is a third guard. And there might well be guards upstairs. What with the bodies that need to be cleaned up and whatnot. So the plan could work out just fine. Or did all the guards just fall off? Okay, maybe all the guards fell off. But that's okay. Ah, that guy has spotted a gun, hasn't he? maybe? No? Either way, here's a friend.
Spread out, Alpha.
And that's the job done. I need to borrow your chopper, my man. Lovely. 2 successful collateral accidents. Now, time trial. That's just dandy on a showdown. So we can get our melee kill. We can't poison target dart gun, so it won't be a perfect. But that's okay. We'll bring our folding knife again as our melee weapon of choice, perhaps. Although we do have a screwdriver now. But folding knife... Folding knife can easily be retrieved from a number of levels. Like Ambrose, for example. But yeah, we'll bring the screwdriver, because we got it. We'll bring a crowbar, because we can bring that as well. And let's see, what's our target up to? They are a dehydrated smoker, so we could also bring poison. Just in case we get a chance to poison their drink and lead them somewhere quiet for the kill. We could bring an emetic mushroom, couldn't we? That's definitely poison. So basically we just need to not blow our disguise. And we can also exit the level from here, which is a nice little feature of the Blossom Fest mod. So who are we dealing with exactly? We forgot to check before we left. Brown hair, no hat, glasses. And it looks as though they are currently in the basement. Doesn't mean they're going to stay there, but they're currently there. So, would it shock you to learn that grabbing a mansion guard outfit from down here would be a good way to start the level? I don't think it would it? Possible by the time we get it, they've spread out and they're all over the place, but hey ho. It's still a sensible disguise. The fact they've started like in the submarine cave does make me think that they are going to be hanging around in the mansion. So our snazzy banker suit isn't going to be on for very long, unfortunately. So what's the play? Here comes one of our targets. That's cool. He's smoking. He fits pretty much all of the bill. Was that an earring, friend? Yeah, that's an earring. You are a prime suspect, especially because you've already shown one of the tells. I would kill you right now and just chuck you in a box. But we can't be 100% sure you're our man. Not until you have a drink. But then again, what are the odds that you're not, eh? There we go. The fact that we had an extra level in this episode as well makes me think, yeah, why not take a chance? And then we'll grab a free block of Semtex as well. Now, where did we leave Supplier Friend? Out in the jungle. We'll go the lengthier route to get to them, I think, just to be on the safe side. I feel it would have been very unlucky there if my target matched all 4 of the descriptions and one of the tells, and yet they still weren't the right person. I don't usually take a chance on that because, much like I don't like killing civilians, I don't like killing suspects that aren't the target. Although they're all working for the Syndicate, so I'm not quite sure why we only kill one and not the rest. But that's what Diana says, so even though we've silenced her, we pay attention and we try to avoid non-target kills. What's Friend have for us? Dart guns that we can't use, and a wrench that we most definitely can, and a little device. We've probably already got close to half filling our freelancer crate again. Now if we can just avoid the old lookout, we can get the bus home with 3 out of 4 complete. I'll take it. And there we go. Some would say that we've gone backwards today because we are in fact at the start of level 2 rather than 1 level into it already. But I would say we made progress because we played a bunch of Hitman and we had a fun time. Next time, more of that. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.